Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. There's this general belief in a political radar in Nigeria that for you to become the president of Nigeria, you honestly must canvass 4 votes from the north because they have, according to census in Nigeria, vast number. And politics is a game of number. While at it, the Arewa youth, the leader of the Arewa youth, have decided to speak on or give Nigerians hinge on the presidential candidate they will support. And this is quite interesting because most presidential aspirants want to know where the northern youths and the northerners are tilting towards. And of course, in another news, very quickly, Afenifere leader who has been confirmed, talking about Ade Banjo, have also said to speak on both Atiku as well, and not just Bola Tinubu and Peter Obi, has said to speak on both Atiku as well. We're going to wrap all these two news into one, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum (AYCF) has identified qualifications that would determine the presidential candidate it will support in 2023. Yerima Shetima, the national president of the AYCF, stated that the organization would choose its presidential candidate based on qualifications and experience. Shetima stated in an interview that AYCF would not take area, zone, or tribe into account while determining the presidential candidate for collaboration. Arewa Youth stands for competence, Arewa Youth stands for experience, and judging by the antecedent of the character we are likely going to work with, claims Shetima. According to him, we haven't made a formal announcement about who we will collaborate with, but we will soon. We won't be favoring the zone. We also will not be favoring tribe or religion this time around. Region and even region and where a candidate is from won't even matter in the upcoming election. There are a total of 18 candidates running for president in 2023. All Progressive Congress (APC), People's Democratic Party (PDP), Labour Party (LP), Accord Party (AP), Action Alliance (AA), African Action Congress (AAC), and African Democratic Congress (ADC) are the parties represented by the candidates. Allied People's Movement, Action People's Party, Both Party, New Nigerian People's Party, National Rescue Movement, People's Redemption Party, Social Democratic Party, Young Progressive Party, and Zenith Labour Party are some additional parties. Well, we do not know yet, but they're not telling all those that care that they may not likely be voting on tribal, region, or religion, or even area. They're hoping to vote on competence and experience. In competence and experience, Bola Tinubu had experience too, just as he's an old man right now. But in experience too, Peter Obi also have experience and still very young and viral. And in experience, you would agree with me that Atiku Abubakar was one-time vice president of Nigeria. So it's an open suggestion if you ask me. I guess they will at some point mention the candidate they stand with. This is politics anyway. Anything is possible. While at it, of course, Ade Banjo have decided to speak up on even the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar as well. According to report, the elder statesman and leader of the Pan-Yoruba socio-political group, Afenifere Chief Ayo Adebanjo, has insisted that Afenifere's support and endorsement of the former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party (LP), Peter Obi, ahead of the 2023 presidential election was based on national interest and remains sacrosanct. Chief Adebanjo opined that in 2023, presidential elections should not be about sentiment. He said the forthcoming election should not be made into a contest between the Yoruba and the Igbos. He said the election should be about the candidate who is the best champion of the people and should be an equitable thing for the unity of Nigeria. He said that the equity and unity of the country should rather be the main priority and objective. He added that the political leaders and elder statesmen in the Southwest geopolitical geopolitical zones should consider whether the region should have a second chance when another region have not even been given a chance. He further added that the pan-Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere were not only opposed to the candidacy of the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate, that's Bola Tinubu, but they were also opposed to the major opposition party, that's the People's Democratic Party, PDP, that's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar's candidacy. He opined that it would be wrong if another candidate from the northern geopolitical zones should rule Nigeria after President Muhammadu Buhari finished his 8 year tenure. This is interesting. Now let's look, quoting word for word. He said, "This is not." Let me quote him word for word now. He said, "This is not a Yoruba matter. It's not even a contest between Yoruba and Igbo. It's about who are the best champions of the people. This is an equitable thing for the unity of the country. That is what we should address. We should first decide whether we should have a second chance when one of us have not had any chance. Those are facts of the issues. We are not only opposed to the issue of Tinubu, we also oppose Atiku. How can a Fulani man rule for 8 years and another Fulani man is going back there again? Those are the issues. Let us base this election on issues and not on sentiment." And these are the crux of the matter. We have over 371 ethnic groups in Nigeria, and one ethnic group have made up itself to become very dominant and is insisting that power must be transited from it to it every tenure, and it seems not to sit down well, no matter how competent you're looking at it. And don't forget, there's no one competent person only in one particular region. We have competence in every part. And what makes it very interesting is the fact that it has become a norm that if a Fulani man rules, he wants to hand over to another Fulani man. We have many others, and these are the things, issues, and pertinence we're talking about. They keep calling the person of Atiku Abubakar unifier, but even PDP is not even unified. They have never been this broken, all on the same issue. Can Ayu resign? The North is taking too much space. The North cannot be the flag bearer and also be the national chairman. When issues of the party is being discussed, they don't Southern have been represented, and it became a hell of an issue where he said, okay, it cannot budge, Ayu must remain, and he's still not the president yet, and already the PDP is beginning to smell like a northern party. If he cannot budge and even listen to southern governors when he has not clinched the power, and Atiku is behaving like this, imagine when he clinches the power and nobody has the capacity to talk back at him or to even question his authority, judging the way Nigeria is being run right now. You now understand where we are heading, where we are coming from, and where we are heading to. I'm not trying to play that on any party. I'm only saying that Nigerians should vote wisely. While the person of Banjo is saying Bola Tinubu may not have the capacity based on national interest, he's also saying that Atiku Abubakar is definitely not the candidate to vote for. And this is an old man just speaking his mind, and he's saying Nigerians should vote wisely. While Shetima Yerima, the youth president of Northern Youth, is saying they're not going to look at ethnicity, they will not look at region or religion. Sounds more like political talk. I would have preferred him to be bold enough to mention which candidates are they standing for. This 2023 is either going to make Nigeria or make Nigeria. Remember that a northerner or Fulani man ruling again may not sit down well with southerners. Don't forget, the person of Akeredolu have always said it, no matter what, any southerner should take it, but definitely not northerner again. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take?